Good morning. It is just morning. We're at the end of June and I thought I'd give you a quick squidge round the plot. You can see I've trimmed my hedge and I've made it look like a wave. Well, I think it looks like a wave anyway, breaking. I might put a surfboard in there, given time. My pretty bit isn't as pretty as I would have liked. The sweet peas in the pots, they're just showing. And there's sweet peas in the ground there, but they're not coming up yet. Well, I've planted them there. Because I brought them on at home. Right, so let's have a quick squidge round the whole plot then. Hanging baskets are just hanging in there. Mind you, they are over a year old, those thingies, them plants. Right, my chrysanth that I had here, I think it froze solid during the winter and I've lost it, but that one has survived, and then I've got some dahlias in the pots there and they're just showing, as you can see, just showing. And the sweet peas that I've got in the pot there, they seem to have got fed up with flowering. I've been picking the flowers off, but they've had it now. But how about that for a bonus? My cherry tree, I wasn't going to net it, and then I thought, no, that's the first time I've had decent cherries on there, of a decent size that is, and they're ripening nicely, so I've netted it. So now let's have a look in my cold frame. There, cold frame. These are melons in here. And I've put a little something for them to climb on, and I can close that down. If we're going to get a cold night, I can close that down. But apparently this particular melon is for the English climate. Okay, let's go on round then and have a look and see what else we've got going on. I won't show me patio area because that needs a good tidy up, but yeah, I've got few bits and pieces here just to make the place look attractive. Let's go in the greenhouse and have a look, see what we've got in the greenhouse. Right, greenhouse. Oh, cucumber plants. I've got 2 cucumbers there, and look, we got a cucumber. But I had trouble getting my peppers to germinate. I've got a few in here, but mostly they are chili peppers. And then I'm going to try 2 sweet peppers in the ground. I'm going to let them off. I've clipped one out, so it's got multi-shoots on, and one I'm just leaving to go, and then we'll see what happens. Look out for the next video. Oh, and I've tried to make some ericaceous soil, and I've taken a cutting of blueberry and it's just beginning to shoot, look. So I've made that soil up using wood shavings. So let's go and have a look around the outside. So we've got a little bit of pretty here and there. These are really old plants. This is their 2nd or even 3rd year. You'd have to look back through previous videos. The sweet peas, the ones along here, some have suffered a bit. I think they got dry. But there's more coming up, so we'll just let them go on and see what happens. And then I've prepared my winter bed for me winter lettuce, even though this would be the 2nd year of growing, no, 3rd year of growing winter lettuce, and putting the cover over, so maybe it might be the last year we do winter lettuce in there, but we'll see. Then we've got more sweet peas. Oh, and look at these lovely marigolds. I'm well pleased with them. And the sweet peas here are looking quite nice. This strawberry bed is produced very well. It's given us lots of strawberries, but it is its 4th or 5th year. I have to look back through videos. So I think that's the last year for them. And then my shallots, they're huge. I put big shallots at one end and smaller ones at the other end. It looks like the big shallots actually make a big shallot, and they look bigger. So we've got to stop making them bigger, otherwise we won't be able to pickle them. Sweet corn's looking extremely nice, and then in amongst the sweet corn I've got my pumpkins, There's I've just got the two. There's one there. The reason I've done that is to keep the sun off them. Assume we're going to get some hot sun. And my onions, I've covered them now, so they're dry out, and they're looking healthy. My carrot bed, that is superb. I'm well pleased with that, and I've got some nice carrots there that I'm going to pull a few of those for dinner tonight. That's looking good. Then I built this sun trap there for my tomatoes and anything else I want to grow in here. I've got a couple of tomatoes there. I did write on the plastic what they were so that I knew whether I had to pick them out or not, because I'm doing some tumblers, and it looks like it's just come off, so I didn't realise you can't write on that plastic with a felt pen and it stay there, but there we go. And then I've got a couple of melons, right, a couple more tomatoes, and then I've got my gherkins growing on the end. So looks, I'm quite pleased with that. Right, let's go and have a look round there. Oh, we can go back down this row. I've got a few peas here growing. That's I don't know, it's about my fifth lot, I think. I'll keep sowing them every 3 or 4 weeks. Then I transplanted some beetroot. I transplanted that from there. I sowed them straight in the ground. Lots came up, so I've transplanted some here, and I did the same with the onions, and they're coming on goodly. I don't know, I can't remember what sort of onions. I think they're House of Craig. Oh, and this bed, quickly squidge over. There's some those strawberries you can see. They're the ones I've just been picking from this strawberry bed, and they're the ones the woodlice have been eating. This was my asparagus bed, and it was the ones I grew in pots at home, and then I put them out early this year. Was it this year or last year? I don't know, I can't remember now. Anyway, they're coming on good. French beans, these are climbing French beans, they're looking good. My beetroot that I've got growing here is looking good. I've pulled a couple of those to take home. Parsnips, these were sown straight in the ground, weren't they? I need to look at last video, but yeah, anyway, they're doing good, and as are my leeks. And I also put a row of leeks in so that I can transplant them when I get the potatoes, or I can put them in at the other end, somewhere where I'll get spare space. Right, and moving along, grapevines, they've all had their spring clipping. I need to do just a bit more, but basically I've done it. Then I've got a couple of marrow plants growing in here. When I put them in, we were forecast for some really hot weather, so I'll put them in amongst these peas. I'll put the peas out as well, just to shelter them from the burning hot sun. And now we're forecast lots of rain. But these peas are almost finished. They're just as good as we've picked most of them, so they'll all be coming out, and then these marrows can then flourish all up on their own. Then me compost bins. This morning I put some paper in there. Oh, I'll show you a clip of me putting the paper in. Oh, then we've got some shredded paper. Give it water in. It should be sprinkled really, but who cares? Like that. I'll save a bit of that for the next one. Put the lid on. There we go. Then I've got this compost bin, which is these pallet surrounds, which works a treat. And that way I can then move this compost bin wherever I want it, taking advantage of the soil that's underneath. Oh, I've got some more peas to pick here. Then I have now this morning, and we're right at the end of June, I've now sown some carrots. I've put in a main crop, which is early Nance, number 2, and I've put in some Amsterdam as well, which is they really are a nice carrot. Then my rose book's looking super. It needs deadheading. And I've just covered my blueberries. My plum tree over here is looking good and healthy. My potatoes in the bath, it blocked up and filled up with water, and they really did suffer. They look, if so, they're recovering. I'm hoping they will. And then my asparagus through here, this has been absolutely tremendous, this asparagus. Yeah, you can't whack it. Oh, I love asparagus. We've stopped picking it now. Well, we stopped picking it ages ago, but it's coming on nicely. And I've got my compulsory mint, of course. Then another grapevine. Yeah, and then up here we've got the 3 tomato plants which I've put outside, and once again forgot to label them, so now I've forgotten what they are. I've got a feeling they're money maker. Let's crawl through here to do the next row. Then I've got that permanent compost heap there which is full up, and the fig tree, the figs are looking tremendous. They should start ripening soon. Let's have a quick look here, because it looks to me like those are just beginning to colour, look. So that looks good. Then these, my garlics, these are the giant garlic, elephant garlic. They've all gone to seed, which I'm a bit disappointed in. And then this is going to be my new strawberry bed. Look at that lovely strawberry. Now I know you're not supposed to pick strawberries or let them grow on a new bed, but when they're nice and big like that, you can't help it, can you? And then this is my brassica bed. We've had a couple of cauliflowers from there, which were all year round cauliflowers, and I've picked some broccoli as well. So it's looking good. Then this is me bee friendly bed, which has got borage growing in it, sunflowers, poppies, all sorts of stuff. I just let it go to seed every year. It started with a packet of seed that came in the post to me, and I've left it to go ever since. And then this bed is going to be courgette. Well, it is courgettes. There's 1, 2, there's 3 plants. Once again, I sow broad beans to shelter them from the early spring sun. And now it's time for these broad beans to come out, because they're all finished. As you can see, they're all looking a bit sad. I've still got one lot there that I might get a picking from, but they're looking good. So my courgettes are coming on all right. Let's go across my plank to my potatoes, and potatoes are coming on goodly. This is the main crop. These are ones I saved from last year. I'll do it every so often. I'll save one lot from the year before. Oh, and I've got a little bit of spinach there, self-sown spinach. I've cut all my, well, you can't see, but there we go. Let's go Swiss ring without making you too dizzy. I've let a lot of the spinach go to seed at this end, and that's because I like to save the seed and dry it out and then use it. So then my berries along here, that's red currant. Me gooseberries are just beginning to ripen. There we go. And I don't see the point in picking gooseberries green. Let them ripen, for goodness sake. And then they're sweet. My red currants and black currants, I've got a bit of a problem here. But I'm thinking these bushes now are encroaching on each other, so one of those bushes has got to go. But it's got quite a nice crop of red currants on it, so there we go. So I'm going to pick a lot of them today, and then we'll have to see. And then the strawberries for keeping the wood lice off. This works a treat, but you do have to keep it watered, but it works. I'll get strawberries that haven't been eaten by wood lice. Oh, and my corn, look at this. I've just realised my corn is just beginning to. So these are swift, these corn, and they're growing to protect the squash, to keep the hot sun off the squash. So there we go. And I've done 2 lots of sowing here, so I've done an early sowing and a later sowing of sweet corn. And then once again, potatoes. My parsnip bed is also doing quite well. As you can see, I use tubes. I was hoping to grow a parsnip that I could use for the show, but they're coming on. I could probably pull one of those and eat it, but we're not having a show this year, so I'm not sure that I'll need them. But anyway, they're good to eat, who cares. Potatoes, let's have a quick screw up along the potatoes. I'm going to pick my flowers off. There we go. Then this strawberry bed, you remember I made a strawberry bed? Well, look at those lovely strawberries, look at that. Isn't that beauty? My peach tree is looking really good. Putting the cover on the peach tree like that has stopped me getting that leaf curl. I noticed that you only get the leaf curl where the leaves get wet, so putting a cover on like that has done the trick. And the apple tree is well loaded. I have already gone and taken 50% of those apples off, and I've left just 2 or 3 for each clump. But I think I probably need to go through and find the worst ones and take them off. And my red grapes, I've tried, hopefully I've got the system right this time, and that is the Goya system, whereby I keep last year's new throng and cut everything else off. Right, yeah, the artichokes are doing okay. As I say, the pond's filled up, so we have had plenty of rain. Right, bees, well, there we go. They seem happy. There isn't as many bees in there as I would have liked, and I checked the top box and there isn't any honey in the top box. They haven't even made it out yet. I've had a couple of fairly large swarms which enabled me to start a second hive. So who knows, we'll know in September, won't we, when we harvest. So there's the plot. I'm quite pleased with how everything is going. It's looking good, and hopefully, well, I know we're getting a good harvest. In fact, I might just quickly show you the harvest. And there's our harvest for this evening. We've got peas and strawberries and an onion. Yeah, there's that then. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you probably next month, I suppose.